During early development, the Wind Waker was slated to be a theremin? The what? Have you not heard of the theremin? Named after its inventor, Leon Theremin, the instrument was brought to life in the early 1920s, producing sound through the manipulation of two electronic fields, or the musician's equivalent of
I'm not touching you.
Touching me. She's touching me.
I'm not touching you.
You're touching me.
Not touching.
Touching me.
It's played completely hands-off, considerably modern for its time. Now, that's cool and all, and I can see why it was considered for the Wind Waker, but I'm more interested in how the theremin's appearance might have changed the future of Zelda and the world of music as a whole. While it was still under consideration, developers originally thought to have you mimic the motions of playing the theremin. Meaning, to play the game, you would have to place the controller on a flat surface and use both hands to play the instrument. Which doesn't seem like the easiest mechanic. Unfortunately, you would still have to touch the controller. But it does beg the question, to make this mechanic work, would you need an attachment, or possibly a new controller? Could this have had an influence over the development of the Wii? Who's to say? Let's assume it worked out and the theremin becomes a household name, following the path of its predecessor, the ocarina. The instrument would gain popularity, sure, but unlike the ocarina, its success would have been hindered by the same things that caused the ocarina's popularity to flourish. Namely, affordability and playability. The ocarina, meaning little goose, also sometimes lovingly referred to as the potato flute, is a relatively simple instrument. At base level, they only need 4 things to function: a resonating chamber, a mouthpiece, or as I like to call it, the blowhole, finger holes to change pitch, and the labium, or the angled edge of the windway that allows the air you blow in to vibrate, thus producing sound. They were such a simple and standard instrument that you could find versions of them in both Mesoamerica and ancient China at the same time. But the little goose we're most familiar with today comes from Italy, named and shaped by a teenage Giuseppe Donati in 1853. Alright, before I get too carried away, this is a discussion on the theremin, remember? So what does this have to do with the theremin's affordability and playability? Let's start with affordability. Simple instruments, like the ocarina, can be mass-produced for as little as $20 to satisfy hobbyists. Or they can be crafted and sold for near $200 if you're looking for more of a professional-level instrument. The theremin, on the other hand, typically starts near $100 and can go upwards of $8. And while there are dedicated thereminists, fewer individuals would be inclined to pick it up simply because it was popular in their favorite game, because now it's a financial investment. And playability? Let's say I hand you a drum. Do you think you could play it? Make some decent music? Alright, well, how about a piano? Still not too bad. But as soon as I hand you something like a violin or a bassoon, well, the learning curve shoots up just a tad. To play anything well, now of course that takes time. But this curve has a lot of influence on keeping potential players interested. Link might have a magic pouch, but this thing isn't exactly portable. Oh, okay, well, newer models seem to be smaller, but still, they require an external power source, of which I imagine was not easily accessible while out at sea. Up! You could argue, well, magic. But to that, I say, well, science. Leon Theremin was a physicist. So the use of the theremin in the Wind Waker potentially could have fostered an early sci-fi entry to the series. Because what's sci-fi if not science and fantasy? The thing literally uses the Force. It also seems like a hassle to have to set up every time Link wants to play. While I'm skeptical about Link's conducting skills, I'm happy with the outcome. What do you think? Would the Theremin have been a cool addition? Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh dear. Oh. Hey, shush. The thing literally uses the Force. Blah, blah, blah. The wind.